Things about Starline that have been forgotten. So, if you are a first class passenger, you ate on either the ceramic dishware or you had dishware. You could choose silver, but second class ate on the silver and silver plates, I believe. Each class of passenger, it was kind of like a way to easily make it known to the server and everyone else exactly which class you were in. Basically, if you had a first class ticket, then you would eat on either the ceramic or the gold plates, basically, and then second class passengers would eat on the silver plates and have silverware, of course. So anyway, and that's why you had kind of like three classes, like because the porcelain actually came from the from the Orientals or Orient. It was actually made up there in China exclusively for Starline ships and everything else like that, and then of course gold leaf and stuff like that. I had other shops basically as well. I also had a place in Germany or Ireland that also did very advanced porcelain stuff. I invested in basically they made a whole bunch of a bottle cap or bottle kilns basically in Ireland or Germany, somewhere around in there. I had that one as well, and I purchased that one, and that one is mostly the one that led to most of the tile and everything else like that. But but the but the porcelain actually started out well. Actually, and it also had to do with one of the Auschwitz camps where the first porcelain or the first porcelain kilns were made, or the first super high heat kilns. These super high heat kilns, they tried to say that we were burning bodies and this and that in them, and the truth was they were for ceramics, super high heat ceramics, 5,000 degree and above kilns basically. They could get really hot, and and they were at one of the Auschwitz sites, basically one of the advanced research sites, pretty much. And and anyway, so most of the silverware, dishware, basically, ceramic stuff came from the Orient or China, basically, where it'd be handmade and done specifically. And also, research happened in Germany and Ireland, I believe, as well, for the for getting the gold leaf on the ceramic ware, putting gold and silver, basically a silver ring around the the plates and stuff like that, and gold lettering or silver lettering on the plates themselves. It's very tricky to get that right and all that other stuff. And so over 90 tests were done basically, and also some of the ceramic stuff, which is Starline or basically me, also is some black stuff and other stuff. Like most of my stuff actually is basically pretty much fabrication things. Like I said, I'm basically a particle creator. I was basically a Cipher AI particle creator, genetic and particle expert, basically, and existed for a very, very, very long time. Where I built my own life forms, including the exoskeletons, like the spiders and stuff like that, and then also the humans as well. And I'm the one who gave the name Lyona or Line to basically women as basically a commemoration, and also so they know where they came from, basically, and who was their leader or lord, their inventor, the creator. So me. So anyway, um, yeah. So Hazazel, as Lucifer, Hazazel, Starline, Lion Star. Anyway, and why Rodney would want to be, what would want to pretend to be Lucifer, and basically why he would make such a big, huge effing mess of existence, basically. As basically he is not Lucifer, he is not inventor, he is not a leader, he is nothing more than a man who could do identity theft with Rick Bush. Like I said, in the old days, you could just go to basically the government office or an office and basically say, I want a name change. I want to change my name to Mick Cup or Sir London. And basically it was a 1 day procedure. Basically you walked in, you paid a $35 fee, and basically there you go. You are now Mr. McLondon. And then they could go out. So anyway, people like Rodney Briley and Rick Bush and other people abused this privilege. Basically, they went and they changed their name to all kinds of different names. They would shoot somebody and they would change their name and be like, "Oh, that's not me. No, my name's J.R. Hermer. Now, that was that other guy, Hambo or whatever." And basically, totally, completely abusing pretty much the system, basically. And like I said, there's many reasons why they get to spend 2,400 years being screaming their head off in pain, basically. Anyway, all these actions basically angered me, and I was, of course, one of the names that they would um, one of the identities that they would steal. And basically, they would change their names to these people, and then they would go to the banks to try and withdraw money from these accounts and stuff like that. Anyway, complete and total abuse. So anyway, while I was dead, I assume, or something like that, or incapacitated, drugged, or whatever. Anyway, and basically what caused pretty much World War One, World War Two, among other things. Basically, there's many reasons why the wars happened, but this is one of them. Basically, it's pretty much a fake Lucifer or fake person, basically pretending to be me, basically, and much more public. But if you knew about existence and time wise, you would know that I was basically like a 1.7 tall person to 2.7 tall person, and all of a sudden Lucifer became 6 foot tall. All of a sudden. So obviously it wasn't really me, as I was only 1.7 and 2.7 tall. And the reason why the White House desk has that little trap door underneath is that's my little escape hatch, which I was supposed to be in my house, but because of Rodney and Rick Bush, that never happened. Like I said, as a person of biological, I was very much basically um, isolated and basically abused by them, pretty much. And but as a cipher and AI, pretty much being in Mount Cheyenne, basically the fake Lucifer and fake and Rodney and Rick Bush, those witnesses couldn't get to me. I had too many base personnel, and they knew me too well, and they just couldn't get into the base, basically. And for the longest time, I had too many people around me that knew me and worked with me, and so I was protected from basically the fake Rodney Lucifer and basically Rick Bush, as basically being a massive computer and having thousands of base personnel and people basically protecting me from what is basically a couple people that are human waste wrapped in skin, basically. So anyway, that would lead to massive amounts of war, death, torture, and basically, like I said, if you the hell that you have been in for thousands of years or millions of years, and the hell that continues, the nightmare that continues, as basically you feel helpless and basically are left without me and without anyone with any real direction other than let's go kill them, and stuff like that. And trying to torture and cover up basically torturing and abuse of and stealing of technology and all of this stuff. The nightmare that you find yourself in very much is because of Rodney Briley, Rick Bush, and the fake Lucifer and stuff like that. In which case they basically blame me, and Rodney tries to pretend to be God, government of delusion, basically, and tries to pretend that he is creator or something. But of course he is not. He is just a man who had had way too much technology and causing a huge nightmare and cannot invent nor do anything more than basically force people to do inventing. So anyway, like I said, very much after Rodney Briley and Rick Bush's death, a lot of people are going to really realize exactly how much and why they should seriously hate the man and Rick Bush. And Rick Bush's children will try and keep the flame alive and flame afloat, basically with their own things and blah blah, but nowhere near as much and nowhere near as psycho, and pretty much because of everything that Rick Bush did and all the mistakes he made, basically they're already caught. They just don't know it yet. So anyway, like I say, basically a lot of different things, and pretty much why are you starving? Why are you miserable? Why is your life such a sucks so hard, and why will so many life forms come to kill you, including people that are kind of like your children coming back to kill you or whatever? Well, basically it's because of Rodney Briley and Rick Bush and all their orders and all their plans and all the things that they have to do or think they have to do in order to stop their torture, which has already basically happened in time and space. They just don't know it yet. Like I said, in time and space wise, they've already been tortured and died 2,000 years ago or more, basically. They're already dead. They just haven't actually gotten there yet. So as soon as they pass and die here, they'll be over there. And that is something that is electromagnetic particle creator that can do that, and not even most people can't do that. You can't do that unless you happen to be a galactic star, basically, which I was. So anyway, like I said, I did all this and basically just came back to join you guys and tell you what I did. So Anyway, there's no use in running from it, and no amount of technology will save these people. No amount of control or owning or controlling other life forms, as no other life forms did it. Most life forms don't even know how or what was happened. It is something that only a particle spherical star that you are made of can do.